Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. So today is Monday, October 2nd, and I am actually not currently in the middle of any books because I finished the one I was reading last night. So I am not entirely sure what I'm gonna read this week. I know that I wanna get into some horror because, I love horror like all year round, but we're in October, so I definitely wanna read even more horror than usual. And I do have a lot of ebooks on my e-reader, like horror books, so I am definitely gonna get into some of those. And apart from that, I don't really know because I like to be reading more than one thing at once. So I might read like some fantasy or some thrillers, not entirely sure. But some horror will definitely be read in this vlog. And I don't think I have any more to say in this intro. And welcome to the vlog. Hello, it is Wednesday and I have read one book and started another. And so I read Black Sheep, which is a horror book. And in that book, we were following Vesper, and she was like 23 or 24 years old, and she had left her family I think 6 years ago because they were like very religious and she wasn't, and she just like didn't fit in with them. So she left them and she has been living on her own for 6 years, but she receives an invitation to her cousin's wedding. So she decides to go back. And when she does, there are definitely like some weird things happening. She like feels watched and she sees things like moving places. I mean, she doesn't see them moving places, but like she left them in one place and then they appear in another. And they're just weird things happening in the house. And also, the religion that they follow, not what I was expecting. Like none of the religions I was expecting, but it was fun. It was definitely a fun discovery. And there is also like a question of who her father is, but I thought it was actually really obvious who her father was because of the context clues we were getting. Anyway, weird things happen and she is very uncomfortable there. And me personally, I didn't think anything was actually like creepy or unsettling or even uncomfortable until it wasn't comfortable in the sense that her childhood was very like toxic, abusive, but it wasn't uncomfortable in the sense of like horror creepy things happening. And when we got to the like 70% mark, it definitely did get a little creepier. There were some unsettling things, and like the actual creepy parts were very extra, very over the top, but definitely very fun. And so yeah, like this was not my favorite horror book. It was not really scary, but it was definitely very fun. And I'm giving it 3.5 stars. And then last night I also started All That Remains, which is the third book in the Case Carpetta series, where we follow a medical examiner, and it's a like mystery series. And I only read one chapter, so the only thing I know is that there is a serial killer who's killing couples. I think they have killed 4 couples, and the book starts with like the 4th couple being found dead. I have mixed feelings about this series because there are some things that I really like and there are some things that I really don't. I really like the like actual investigations. I like that they explain the whole forensic side because like I did my master's in forensic science, so it's, something that I love. So I do really enjoy that part, but there are also some things that I really don't like, and that is mostly the characters. I like in book 1, I didn't really like the main character. I mean, it's not like disliked her, but she was just meh, like she was just there. There was really nothing to like. And in the second book, I liked her more, but I really, really disliked her, not really her partner because he's a detective, but like the detective that she works with, really did not like him at all. And he's I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be like all the books, but so far he has been in all the books. He has already been here. But I mean, it was one chapter. He didn't really do anything wrong, but I mean, we'll see. So yeah, I am interested, but also I'm one chapter in, so I have no thoughts about it whatsoever. So that is what I have been reading. I am gonna start another horror book, which is Rouge by Mona Awad, and I have absolutely no idea what that book is about. No clue. I'm just gonna read it because I read Bunny by that author a couple years ago, and it was, again, it was not like my favorite horror book, but it was definitely very unsettling, very creepy. The writing was like, I really enjoyed it, and like it was unsettling, like the writing itself. And so yeah, have no idea what that's about, but I am hoping it will be just as creepy and unsettling as Bunny. And I am also gonna watch the finale of Only Murders in the Building. I am very excited for that. And that is what's happening and what is hopefully gonna happen. And I am probably gonna update you tomorrow because I'm gonna film my wrap up. And as usual, if I'm gonna have makeup on, I am gonna take advantage of that and film more clips. And I mean, hopefully I will have done some progress in All That Remains, and I will have read some of Rouge as well. So, you know, hopefully I will actually have something to talk to you about. But yeah, I will talk to you tomorrow. Hello, so clearly I have just finished filming my wrap up, and I honestly don't really have many reading updates, unfortunately, because this week I have been like in a writing mood more than in a reading mood, and I have not been in a writing mood for a very long time, so I am taking advantage of that. So haven't really read that much. The only thing I did was get 28% into All That Remains. And I mean, it hasn't really moved forward that much. The plot, like, we have learned a little more about the, like, those two victims that were found at the beginning of the book. And we have, like, learned about their families. One of them is the child of, like, a famous person. So that is not helping the investigation at all. And there is also someone connected to Kay's life, so like the main character, connected to her life that might also be like in danger and like connected to everything somehow. And that is pretty much it. Like, there's not much more I can say. And I mean, I can say that so far none of the characters have bothered me. They're being okay, they're being decent people. So, I mean, I appreciate that. Like, I am definitely enjoying it. And also, they were like talking about some forensic tests, and I really, really enjoyed that part. And yeah, I am having fun with it, but haven't really made much progress, so I don't have a lot to say. And I also have not yet watched the finale of Only Murders in the Building. Once again, I was writing. I didn't want to do anything else, so I did not watch. I want to watch today, but also I need to edit my video. And today is actually a national holiday that I had completely forgotten about until like last night. So there's that. I also have like a football match to go watch. And I mean, actually, like, I was reading this while I was watching a football game yesterday, because that's the only time when I didn't feel like writing. That's why I only got to 20%, because it was just while I was watching the first half of the game. Because during the second half, I was actually having dinner with my dad, so obviously not reading. And so yeah, that's it. I need to go edit my wrap up. I need to go watch another football game, and I don't need to, but I want to. And honestly, I still want to write, so I don't know how much I'm gonna read, although I would really like to start Rouge tonight. I've no promises. I make absolutely no promises this week. And I would also like to watch the episode of Only Murders in the Building. But again, no promises. But hopefully I will have some reading updates the next time I talk to you, which I also don't know when that will be, but it will definitely not be tomorrow, because I doubt I will have anything to say. But anyway, I will get some reading done, hopefully, and update you when I have something to say. Hello, it is Saturday and I have made some progress. I've read some things, and so I finished All That Remains. And it continued following the investigation. And why is it so dark? Give me 1 second. Okay, better. So we continued to follow the investigation, and we found some other cases like from the past that were possibly connected to the murders in the present. And like I think I said, there was someone that Kay knew that was also kind of like connected to the case, not as in like being responsible for it, but like as being in danger because she was connected to some of the things in a way. And yeah, it was fun. And the characters actually, like, I didn't dislike them in this book. I didn't like particularly love them, but I also didn't dislike them either. Like, they were okay. So I definitely enjoyed this book more than the first or the second. This was my favorite so far. I mean, it was nothing that I was like obsessed with. It was nothing that I was like on the edge of my seat to know, because like it wasn't one of those mysteries that I was like, I need to know what happened like right now and I need to keep reading until I find out. It wasn't like that, but it was still fun and I still enjoyed it. And I think I'm gonna give this one 3.5 stars. I'm pretty sure I gave the first and the second 3 stars. So like I said, I enjoy this more, but it was still nothing that I was like obsessed with. And then I started reading Rouge. I am 10% into that, so I haven't really made much progress. I don't really know much yet. I just know that we are following Belle, and she is like obsessed with skincare, and like she got that from her mother, and because she thought her mother was like the peak of beauty and the peak of like taking care of her appearance. And her mother has died like in the beginning of the book. We see her going to her funeral and we see that she got like a notification from something that is like talking about a place that has like the secrets for beauty, and it is related to something her mom was involved with, and it might be related to her mother's death because she like they say that like she just fell while she was walking on the beach, something like that. I don't know, like she just fell, and that doesn't feel right to Belle. So it might be connected to her mother's death. I am only 10% in, but it already has the like uncomfortable, unsettling feeling that I was hoping it would have. So yeah, I am excited to keep reading that. And I also watched the finale of Only Murders in the Building last night, and I loved it. But also, I did not see the end coming at all. I was so shocked. But I mean, it definitely got me excited for season 4, because what the hell happened? I'm shocked, but also sad, because I did not want that to happen. But like I said, at the same time, I'm excited for the next season because it was amazing. I mean, that show is amazing. It is so funny. And yeah, I am definitely gonna miss it because it's gonna be back to like a year from now, and that is so long to wait. But yeah, those are the things that I had to update on, and so I will make some progress on Rouge. I want to start actually. I don't know if I will still start it like this weekend or just next week, but I want to start Crown of Midnight, the second book in the Throne of Glass series. So I might start that tonight or tomorrow, maybe, possibly, not sure. And I also want to watch The Wheel of Time because I am already behind again. So I need to watch that as well. I mean, the new season of Loki has started, but I kind of don't want to watch just the first episode because then I'm gonna like want more and I'm not gonna have more. So I think I'm gonna wait until there are more episodes. I don't know if I'm gonna wait for the 6, but I'm definitely gonna wait for more, because just one episode of Loki is definitely not enough for me. And if I don't start, like, I'm not, you know, invested yet. I don't need more yet. You know what I mean? So yeah, not gonna start that for sure. And I think that is everything that I wanted to say. So I will now only probably talk to you again on Monday to wrap up the vlog. Hello, so it is Monday and we're here to wrap up this vlog, and I only got to 39% of Rouge and I did not start Crown of Midnight because I ended up not having as much free time in the weekend as I was expecting, so didn't make as much progress as I wanted. But Rouge it's being weird, which is exactly what I was expecting and wanting from it. It feels kind of like a fever dream. And the main character, Belle, she has gotten more involved with the thing that might be related to her mom's death. And every time she's like in that place, it's so weird. Like, you don't really know what's happening. You don't know like what's real and what's not. And I don't know what's happening, but I think I understand one thing. I just don't know like why that is happening or how that is happening, but I think I know like what in that specific thing. That probably made no sense, but I don't want to spoil anything because, like I said, it is weird and crazy and fun. And that is all that I read, and I also did not watch the 2 episodes that I have to watch of The Wheel of Time. Yeah, did not watch that. And to wrap up what I read this week, so I read Black Sheep, I read All That Remains, and I read 150 pages of Rouge, and that is 870 pages, which is not as much as I always want to read, but given that I didn't really have much time during the weekend and also that I was in a writing mood during this week, I'm actually pretty happy with this. I did not expect to read as much as I did, so I am still happy with my progress, and I'm happy-ish with what I read. Like, I didn't love either of the books I finished, but I also didn't dislike them. Like, they were okay, they were alright, they were fun, they were entertaining. And Rouge, I'm definitely really liking it so far. I'm intrigued and I'm uncomfortable, which is always fun in a horror book. So that is everything for this video. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a like and subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!